In today's video, I'm here to share with you my monthly fragrance tray for the month of May. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I said, in this video, we'll be focusing on my May fragrance tray. However, before we get into my May fragrance tray, I will empty out my April fragrance tray and give you guys a little snapshot of each fragrance and how it did for the month. I do these videos typically every month, and I have my own little way that I like to do it with categories. So as we get into those categories, you'll see what I'm talking about. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the recap of my April tray. So the first fragrance is Egyptian Sugar Soiree from Sphinx Fragrances. This is like a strawberry kind of coconut milkshake type of fragrance. And I actually ended up really enjoying this fragrance. It was one that I hadn't worn a ton before, but putting it on this tray, I felt like I got to know it better. I feel like it smells better than before. I think when I first opened this, I told you guys it smelled very synthetic, and it still smells synthetic. I think strawberry is a hard note to do where it doesn't smell synthetic, but it smelled better as I wore it. So I really enjoy wearing this. Every time I wore it this month was just to bed, and I think that was probably around 3 times or so. Next up is Almaz from Kajal. This is a fruity, musky scent that puts me in the mind of a lot of other fragrances like Herba Pura, like Kirke. I don't know, it gives passion fruit vibes. I wore it one time this month. I really wanted to put it on the tray to get to know it. I wore it one time this month, and I just decided that this does not need to stay in my collection. So I've actually decluttered this. I actually need to ship it off today. But yeah, I wanted to update you guys before I actually got rid of it. Next up is Jardins de Mitzvah from Unu Nomad. This is a dates fragrance. It also has some rose in there, I think, as well. And it has this resinous sweet nature to it, but it's very transparent. I love this fragrance. It is a sentimental fragrance for me because every time I smell it, it reminds me of my hometown. And I enjoy wearing it this month. I think I wore it maybe 2 to 3 times probably. Next up is Drunk Saffron from Born to Stand Out. This is one that I love, and I put it on the tray, and I have to be honest with y'all, I wore it one time. I put it on there for like a date night fragrance, but I really didn't go on any like dates per se in April. And so I ended up wearing it on the last day of April during the day. So I wore it to the movies to see Sinners. And yeah, I loved wearing it. I love this fragrance. It's not the type of fragrance I would wear on a daily basis, but for like nights out, it is beautiful. It's a saffron scent. It's boozy. It's dark. It's spicy. It's all the things I love. Next up is 100 Silent Ways, and this one is a white floral scent that has some vanilla in it, and I believe either peach or nectarine, so it's giving fruity floral vanilla. Very pretty girl, feminine scent. I remember why I put this one on the tray. I wanted to put a bigger dent in it because I've had it for a long time, but you can see I failed at that. I think I wore this maybe once, and this fragrance I've had for a while. It's one that I have loved since I've had it. But I don't know, after putting it on this tray and then not really wanting to wear it, I wonder if it's time for me to say bye-bye to this one. I'm not sold on that yet. Like, I'm not completely decided if I want to get rid of this. So it'll go back in my collection for now, but it's going to be like on my hypothetical chopping block. Next up is Moscow Mule from Juliet Has a Gun. This is a citrusy scent that has this kind of cold nature to it. It reminds me of like vodka or something. It doesn't necessarily smell boozy. Well, it doesn't smell boozy in the way where you may think of like rum or cognac or something that's that rich booziness. This smells more like a vodka or gin or something, like that refreshing type of booziness. And then it also kind of has this airy woodiness to it. I did enjoy wearing this fragrance to the gym this month. I think I wore it maybe 3 times. Next is Caban from YSL. This fragrance, I believe it's discontinued now, but I put it on the tray to try to get to know it more, and I kind of failed at that. I mean, I did enjoy wearing it. I think I wore it twice, but as far as how to describe it, I feel like I still don't have it down, y'all. So to me, what it smells like is kind of a floral or a sweet floral that kind of has this patchouli to it, kind of has this nutty vibe to it. Also kind of has this musky powderiness to it. It's beautiful. It's one that I'm not getting rid of or anything, but I wish I would have worn it more this month. But now that I feel like I did wear it a couple times, I think I'll reach for it more in my collection, just like on a normal day. Next up is Caspian Cherry from Electimus. This was a fragrance that I previously had not worn. So yeah, it's a cherry fragrance, but to me, I don't know, it's kind of like a musky, cherry. Patchouli. I don't know. This smells kind of dirty to me for some reason, like dirty in the animalic sense. And I just don't think this works well on my skin. Whenever I wore it, it felt like it was too mature. I think I wore it twice. And so this is actually listed for on my Mercari right now, just because I feel like I just can't get with it. And the last time I wore it, I really wanted to scrub it off. And so because it felt like that, then I feel like it's time for me to get rid of it, because even though it's new to me and I like to give fragrances a chance, I don't typically feel like I want to scrub a fragrance off. And since I felt like that with this one, then I feel like this is just not for me. Not that it's a bad fragrance. I just don't think it works well with my body chemistry. It smells better to me in the bottle than it does on skin. Next up is Decas from Xerjoff. I love this fragrance. I did get some use out of it this month. I think I wore this one probably like 4 times. I'm really glad I put it on my tray, because this is one that sits high up in my collection, and so I don't wear it that much anymore. But I absolutely love this fragrance, and I'm glad that it was down here on the tray so that I could easily reach for it. So it is a resinous, like honey, may have some tobacco in here as well, but it's not like a tobacco honey scent. It's more like a resinous citrusy scent. So like honey, citruses, possibly some tobacco, definitely some spices to it. Beautiful, unisex, great for day-to-day use year-round. And then the last fragrance is Centra by Memo. This is a orange blossom scent that kind of has this greenness to it. I think it has petitgrain in it. It also has some sweetness to it. It is reminiscent to Love Don't Be Shy, but more bitter. Not as sweet, definitely more floral. So I did wear this one time this month, and that's okay for me. Like, that's not a bad thing. This is the type of fragrance that I kind of put in that pretty girl category. And so on a date, I wore this, but this month has been filled with lots of different things, and not many of them have been pretty girl worthy. So yeah, I think that's just why I didn't reach for it, but I did enjoy wearing it the one time I did wear it. All right, so now we can go ahead and move on to my fragrances for May. I will go ahead and let you guys know that for May, I picked a lot of fragrances that are older in my collection. And that was kind of strategic. I mean, I picked fragrances that I wanted to wear. They didn't have to be old, but it was kind of strategic because I have this whole tray here of new fragrances that I just hauled. If you're interested in seeing the haul video that goes along with this tray, check out my most recent video. I'll link it for you all. But I had this whole tray of new fragrances that I have sitting here before I put them into my collection, because number one, I need to make space in my collection. Number two, because I got so many fragrances at the same time, I knew that I kind of needed to keep them out so that they didn't get lost in my collection without me ever actually wearing them. Big collection problems. Anyway, if you are new here, the way I do my trays is every month I pick out fragrances, and those fragrances I put on my tray because they're in a spot where I see them. They make them more prominent to me, make me put my focus on them. However, I'm not limited to just wearing those fragrances for the month. So I wear my entire collection anytime I want to, but I put the fragrances here because they kind of say, hey, look at me, come wear me. And as you'll see in a few seconds, I put my fragrances in the category. So I pick out fragrances that I want to wear, and then I divide them into categories, and that just helps me make sure that I have something for every occasion on my tray so that this can truly work as an easy reach. So no matter what I'm doing, I should have a fragrance on this tray that fits that occasion. So my first category is a day-to-day fragrance, and for that I picked Musk Noir Rose from Narciso Rodriguez. This fragrance is a beautiful musky scent. It has a rose in it as well, but the rose is very transparent. I'm not the biggest rose lover. This is a very transparent rose. It's mainly like a musky scent with a floral sweetness to it. I do enjoy this fragrance, and it's one that I really just don't reach for enough. The next category is my special daytime fragrance, and for that, I chose Enigma Oud from Roja Parfums. This was sent to me from the brand quite a while ago, well over a year ago, so it's not like I have to talk about it, but this is a fruity floral scent, I think, first and foremost, but it does have some oud in there that gives it some grounding. I think the main prominent fruit in here is peach. This is one that I find to be very, very elegant, very refined. It has a ton of notes in it, but honestly, it's hard to pick out notes in this fragrance. But anyway, I feel like this is a special type of daytime scent, and I kind of save it for special occasions in a way. Like, it's kind of one of those very elegant scents that I don't find much use for in my collection. That sounds bad, but y'all, hopefully y'all get what I mean. Like, I'm not going all these elegant places. I mean, I do go to I go to nice places, but I feel like elegant is a different level. Like, you know, like if I was a first lady, I feel like I would get a lot of use out of this or something. Anyway, okay, yeah, this is going on my tray for this month to hopefully get to know it better and to get some use out of it. The next category is my bedtime slash cozy scent, and I decided to go for Vanille Cafe from Comptoir Sud Pacifique. This is a like vanilla latte type scent. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's vanilla, it's coffee, it's warm, it's cozy, and I haven't worn this one in a while, but I do still enjoy this. So I decided to give it some love this month. My next category is a night out fragrance. So for that, I decided to go for Passe Soir Extrait from BDK. This is a flanker to the original Passe Soir, but this focuses on quince as the main fruit in it, which gives it this juicy kind of tart, fruity nature to it. But it also has ginger in here. It has, I think, patchouli in here that gives it a lot of depth. And if you have the original Passe Soir, to me, this smells like the older, moodier sister of it. So very similar, but this one's just darker, moodier, more intense. Love both, but I haven't worn this one in a while. You can see my bottle is pretty much full, but I did have a decant of this prior to getting this bottle. So I have worn it before, but I haven't worn it in a while. And I feel like in a couple months or in a month or so, it's probably going to be too hot for me to wear this even at nighttime. So I figured I should go ahead and put it on the tray now. My next category is my date night in category, which can also include like a girls' night, just anybody coming over. The fragrance I decided to go for is Lipstick On by Maison Margiela Replica line. This is a discontinued fragrance. My bottle is full, but this is my second bottle. I love this fragrance, but since I opened my backup bottle, I can tell you I haven't really used it much. But I still love the scent of it. So to me, this is primarily a tonka bean fragrance. So you get that nutty sweetness, but it also has this lipsticky, waxy vibe to it. So it's definitely giving like makeup counter. It's gorgeous. It's kind of vintage smelling, but it's one that I just really love. And because I've worn this fragrance for so long, I don't know, it makes me feel kind of sentimental in a way as well. So I think this will work well for a date night in. It's not really sexy per se though. Like I usually go for like a bit sexier scent on a date night in, but I still feel like, you know, it'll work. It'll work. Next category is my gym slash clean girl scent. And for that, I went for the ultimate clean girl scent. This is Skin by Clean Reserve. This is a beautiful like skin type musk. It's just so easy going. I can wear this to bed. I could wear this to the doctor's office. I can wear this to the gym. It's never overpowering. It just smells like fresh out of the shower skin. And I knew I wanted to put this one on my tray because I haven't worn it in a while. And I was watching one of Tresses of Alexis's video the other day, and she mentioned this, and I was like, oh, that's going on the tray for next month. So I went ahead and pulled it out at that time, so I didn't forget about it. So here we are. The next category is a fragrance that I would like to use up or put a big dent in, and I decided to go for Bake from Acro. I'm almost done with this. So I kind of just want to be done with it. I have a lot of other fragrances in this category that I enjoy. I didn't tell y'all what it smelled like, but this is a lemony vanilla scent. It is beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, I love this, but it's a tiny bottle. And like I said, I have so many fragrances in this category that I feel like I should use up one of them. And so this one is the one that's closest to being done. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and use this up hopefully this month. I only have a little bit. I just wore this like the other night and like was really feeling myself. But I just feel like I don't need all of those in this category. And it's because it's a category that I love. It's hard to figure out which one to get rid of, you know, because I love them all. But anyway, this is a gorgeous scent, so I know I will enjoy using it. The next category is a brand new fragrance or never worn fragrance. And I have to say, I almost skipped this one this time because I had that whole tray of new fragrances. But I decided to go for a fragrance that I've had in my collection for a while, and I think I've only worn it once. So the fragrance I'm talking about is Lilac Love from Amouage. So this fragrance is a lilac fragrance. So it's floral, but it has this chocolatiness to it. And to me, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this fragrance, to be perfectly honest. This is one of those fragrances that I've never been sure about since I got it. And I don't, like I said, I might have worn it one time, but I don't know if I have. And so I really want to put it on the tray this month to get to know it, see if I love it, see if, you know, it's going to stick around, or if it needs to make space for another Amouage in my collection, you know. So we'll see at the end of this month what happens with this one. And my last category is my wild card category. And for this category, I picked two fragrances that I just want to put on my tray just because. So they don't have to fit into any category. They're just two fragrances that I want to add. And so the first one that I have here is from Initio. This is High Frequency. To me, this is the perfect time of year to wear this fragrance, and I haven't worn it yet this spring. So I definitely wanted to put it on the tray. To me, this is a floral fragrance that has some honey nuances to it. It has an almondy nuance to it. It is a beautiful scent. Like, I think it will work for daytime, but I also feel like there's something in the DNA of Initio that also makes it appropriate for nighttime. So I'm hoping to kind of get to know this fragrance more this month. I think I've only worn this maybe like 3 times ever. So yeah, what better time than now to go ahead and put this on the tray. And then my second wild card is none other than Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait de Parfum. I mean, a classic, right? But one that I just neglect. You can see my bottle is still up to here, okay? And this is the only bottle I've ever had of this. I actually got this one before the EDP because I like this one more, but I just don't wear it. And blame that on social media. Blame it on social media. I don't wear it because the reason that I don't wear it is not because I don't want to smell like everybody else. The reason I don't wear it is because it became so oversaturated in social media that I just never thought about wearing it, because it's like you hear about it so much. It's almost like whenever I hear about a fragrance so much, I feel like I've worn it, you know? So yeah, I decided to put it on the tray because it's one that I love and one that I need to like reacquaint myself with. Like, I know how it smells. I didn't tell y'all how it smells, but I mean, this is BR 540. Like, this one, if you compare it to the original, because I will say some people maybe still haven't smelled this version, but everybody smelled the original at this point. So this one, is darker, it's deeper, it has a bitter almond note to it that gives it a bit more thickness. So this one is a thicker fragrance, but still not extremely thick. It's definitely appropriate year round, but it isn't as transparent as the regular eau de parfum. It has more oomph to it. So yeah, I hope to get some use out of it this month because it's too good to just sit there on my shelf, you know? All right, so that is this month's tray. I feel like this tray is very different. Like, these are not fragrances you're going to see on everybody's channel right now. And I didn't pick them to be like that, but when I picked this tray, I was kind of like, I don't know if y'all gonna vibe with this one because I don't feel like these are fragrances that y'all are probably that interested in, but you know, it's my tray. So there's that. If you do monthly fragrance tray videos, let me know about it in the comment section. Link it if it's on your Instagram or if it's on your YouTube. Link it in the comments below. And if you've tried any of these fragrances, if you're interested in any, let us know what you think of them down in the comments as well. Before you go, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn the notification bell on so you don't miss a video from me, and make sure you check out my description box where I will have links to all the products mentioned, including the actual tray. I'll also have links to my website and to my social media so you can check me out in all those places as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.